You can now make online payments to Institute of Agro, Technology and Rural Science, University of Colombo via Govt.
උදාහරණයක් විදිහට එක්තරා මහත්මයෙක්
One gentleman in this house was seen sleeping for nearly 4.5 hours during the budget speech. This was widely circulated on social media and went viral. The opposition's response was that since the budget was empty, this person could sleep soundly without a worry.
නිදාගත්තයි කියන එක.
විපක්ෂයක මන්ත්‍රීවරයෙක් නිදාගත්තා. ඒක වෙන
One opposition MP fell asleep because he had returned from abroad just a day earlier. However, all other MPs were fully awake. We expected that the main objective, abolishing the executive presidency and introducing a new constitution, would be highlighted. But there was no mention of that. This government has wickedly disregarded that promise after throwing it under the bus, paving the way once again to enjoy the benefits of the executive presidency. Minister Lanka and his team have decided to continue with this deformed constitution.
තීරණය කළා තියෙන්නේ.
මට රේක වතුකම් කරුවෙක් අඬ අඬ
A labourer with tears of joy told me he never expected such a salary increase in his lifetime. But we can also see the opposition, through its allies, attempting to create a narrative that the government is planning to give money to the tea estates unlawfully in an attempt to challenge this decision in court. They are trying to prevent its implementation. However, I assure the estate community that there is no need to be afraid. We will definitely begin paying this increased wage from January next year.
කියන්න කැමතියි.
දැන් මොකද්ද මේ අයවැය සිද්ධ වුනේ?
So what really happened to the budget? Was our national message reflected or integrated into this budget? Was there a clear way forward? As the government itself said after receiving this mandate, there's no point in talking about the past. It was in protest against the past that the people gave this government a mandate. However, do we see a new direction? No. We are still on the same old track. The IMF is happy because we are feeding it from within our own country while it reaps all the benefits. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens continue to be weakened. If the government continues down this road, even betraying the very people who voted for them, there's nothing we can do. By portraying Sri Lanka as a country of thieves, fraudsters and drug dealers and claiming there is no democracy here, how can we invite serious investors to come here? Will they come? Since the government wanted 159 double caps, they presented a very bad proposal. I personally request the minister not to implement it as it represents one of the biggest acts of corruption in the country. This is a public complaint I am making before everyone. I also urge the opposition not to fall into this trap.
මෙහෙ ලනුවනම් කන්න එපා.
සමහර මහත්තුරු හම්බන්තොට දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ
Some politicians in Hambantota could be remanded if the police functioned properly. Some MPs come to parliament after gambling, and these are the same people who criticize the government. I ask them to look at themselves in the mirror before doing so.
රචනය කරද්දී
පහුගිය මැතිවරණ කාලේ පොරොන්දු දුන්නා. නිල නිවාසය පෑගුවා.
Government MPs during the election said they would reject official residences, vehicles and privileges. But today they are enjoying all of them, even though they claim they didn't want the salary. I reject the double cab assigned to me. I have officially requested that only 1,774 vehicles be approved, excluding mine.
මට ගේන්න එපා වහන්න.